Okay, so let's talk about the custom stairs. And those stairs that we mentioned actually here, there is some actual drawing from a CAD drawing from before. And these are, just as you mentioned, these are regular lines. These are no close to an existing stair in 3D. These are not existing here in the 3D space yet. But when we design this, we will usually want to, reach a certain level. So to better represent that visually here in the 3D, let me just quickly create a slab here first. So I will go and jump one level above. I make this ground floor visible so I can click here and I can see the ground floor guidelines here to better follow those with this slab tool. I think this will just as well do. It's okay.
Yes. So that's the point that we have to reach. So now
yeah,
we have
that's the level where we have to go to, and then let's just try to. I think I have a good view on this. Yeah, this here. This is where we will see this staircase. I go back to the ground floor and I will use this drawing. For that, I will use the tool that's called Stair by Threads. This gives me several options here at the right-hand side. I can manually follow the contours, or I can just simply use this, which is called the internal point of chain. Now, in case of, when we talk about chains in a design system like ARCHLine, chain is a series of items, usually creating a closed loop.
It's like a polygon.
Yeah, it's a loop, actually, it's a counter. So this means if I use this, I can click into a closed counter, like this here. The software automatically recognizes it, and it gives me the possibility to set up the steps. Let's see, okay, I will go with this one because I made the pre-calculation and I think this will do.
Well, later you could change that.
Yeah, I will show you that because, this is just my pre-calculations, and then I will see whether this matches the real 3D. Maybe I made a mistake in my calculations. And now what I do, I just keep going and click inside the contours. Now, there is a mistake that you can do here, and it's if you double click inside one step. In that case, the software now the software is recognizing the shapes and adding them one by one after each other. But if you double click into one, then the software will do like this. Go and go and go and go. And so this will result in a very weird stair shape. So just take care about that. But other than that, you just need to click and find the shapes, and this is all. I just hit enter, and because I do not want to select another option from the right-hand side, I just tell, okay, I'm finished with another enter, and then the software creates this staircase. Let's just see how that looks like.
So that's based on the, I see that it's narrow in the beginning and it gets wider. So that's the two-dimensional drawing turned into a three-dimensional.
Yeah, well, actually, I will show you a different approach how you could do something like this based on a straight stair shape. But yes, this is how you can work with something that is step by step by only contours. So let's see. There is an issue here. Perhaps my calculations were wrong because each and every step is 15 centimeters tall, and they are not reaching to this level. And what's the issue here? Let's just go to the settings of this staircase. Now, first things first, what I will see here, there is no stair calculator here. And the reason behind that is that this is absolutely something that I just tailored on the spot. It's custom made. The software cannot keep track of, staircases that has, triangular step and the circular step and so on, because I could do that. So it's just simply skipping that part. I can set up the visual properties, the support. I will talk about this pretty soon. The step geometry, and this is where I can actually check whether this stair reaches the correct level or not, and I can see it only reaches 2.7.
Should it go to 3 maybe?
So
3
yes,
meters?
that's the same height that I used before, so I should go with 3 meters.
How are the differences distributed among the steps?
Now, well, I could make a calculation and then check them one by one and change the value, but if I just change this value and I click on apply, it automatically redistributes all the stairs evenly. And then if something is not perfect, then I can change that. For example, this is a survey data and I measured the last step is only 12 centimeters or something like that. In that case, I just type 12 and I hit OK, and then the software creates that. See, there is this little gap, that 4 centimeters that is missing. But if I go back and I change it again and find this, this option, let's just go back and change it to 3 again, apply evenly distributed, and OK, and then now it reaches the perfect height.
I see. So even though you are working based on exact lines, you can still fine-tune it in some way.
Yeah, and anytime, step by step, or also evenly distributed again.
You mentioned some other way to turn lines into staircases?
Yes, there is another way. This situation is something that, let me just quickly sketch a shape like that. I think this could be very helpful in case of digesting, I mean, you know, processing CAD data, or when you only could track of a contour of a staircase which is following, for example, a terrain. So for this reason I will do this outside, and I will just quickly, you know, draft a few lines, and these are having this kind of, you know,
yes. So
widening shape.
Maybe this comes from a DXF format that we import.
For example, and this is absolutely irregular, just as this could be. This is absolutely irregular. This other tool, which is found in the building and boundary, this is how it's called, this gives me the possibility to first select the elements of the right-hand side, and in this case I go with this. This is the right-hand side of the staircase. When we talk about which is the right-hand side and left-hand side, you should just imagine how you go up on this staircase, and then you will find which is the proper side. So when I'm done with this, I just hit enter. Okay, that's the right side. Then I will go with the left-hand side. I just select these. That's the left-hand side. Enter. And then the software gives me the possibility to define 3 different you know, staircases inside this stair, and the interconnecting part will be a rest. So let's just go with this one. I think, for example, from here to here, there is a full staircase. From here to here, there is another one. Sorry, that's the left-hand side, yeah. And then, for example, here, this is not a full staircase. There is a rest here, and then the staircase
there's
comes.
A landing over there, yes.
And then the same thing I apply here. And let's just do the rest here. I'm even not clicking in the center, but only somewhere on the drawing. So you will see.
It's completely arbitrary, but you get the idea.
Yeah. You can, again, use values. You can mark those spots with tiny dots or something like that. This could be anything. Just the ideology behind this is that then you can set up where you would like to find yourself when you finish this staircase. So you can change this value. You can go with, I don't know, let's just go with 2.5, for example. And then you need to decide how many steps you would like to see along this staircase. Let's just go with, I don't know, 12 first. And the software calculates everything.
Tells you right away what will be the number of risers.
Yes, everything is here. So let's just go, okay, I'm fine with this. Let's create it. And this is how it looks like. See, there are the steps here, evenly distributed. And then comes the rest, then steps, then rest, then steps. This is how it was generated.
Can you look at it in 3D?
Well, let's just go outside and find this here. And let me just enlarge this. And this is how it looks like. So even if the drawing itself is very much irregular, you can use that and turn that into.
So as long as you have the 2-dimensional lines, you can turn anything into a stair almost.